Oh, nice. You are live. I don't think I've ever noticed that before, but if it always does that or not. Okay. Start off with some activity. Oh yeah, probably let Craig know. All right. All right. Let's see. So activities. I had a bunch yesterday. So I think I'm good there. Profile. 90. 90 activities yesterday. Yesterday the 6th? Yeah, yesterday the 6th. Crazy. Dang, when did I start tracking this? July? Okay. Really? Wow. That's been that long. I guess, but yeah. I know, yeah, Nick Sarai had been talking about getting like 150 to 200 activities. So we're getting closer. Again, I'm still kind of just getting numbers, not really getting like meaningful activity, I guess. So need to work on that part. Better quality data. Where are we at on members? 474. Really? Wow, really? Oh wait, no, that's today. What was yesterday? Settings, metrics. 472. This little 6-member bump. Cool. And then YouTube, I finally got a video out, so we're good on that. Yesterday, I don't think it would have bumped that much though yesterday. So let's see. $10.57. Yeah, I don't think it's like moved at all. Analytics advanced. What do we want? I want size and growth. Subscribers. What was it on the 6th? 1057. Oh no, I went up. Okay, went up 5. Okay. 1057. Cool. Good deal. Good deal. Okay. Then I haven't even looked. I should probably double check. What are we doing on here? Hey, let's get some activity. All right. Okay. Okay. Weird. That's so weird. I don't know. Maybe putting out a video like cycles me back into. I don't know. It's really weird. Maybe it's probably just coincidental though. Average view duration down. Minute 45. Oof. Wow. Yeah, some of these streams are actually getting decent amount of views. 91 views. Nice. I'll take that. All right. I really kind of want to get another video out this week to, which I mean, I guess it's, yeah, now I'm kind of backed up. Doing should have another video later this week to keep the cadence, even though I did one on Monday. That was Mondays was a late one from last week, really. Okay. Cool though. 31. I'll take that. 31 views. This guy like blew up. I don't know. 3K. It's like that's easily. Oh no, not quite. All right. All right. Probably need to do a little better on that one. 6K. Automatically transcribe video with Whisper. Yeah, that guy's probably the winner. I wonder if Whisper's probably still a good search term. Put a message in the old Discord. Need to get that guy going too. All right. Let's see. Out tomorrow afternoon. 12:05 GMT. 11. Oh no, noon. Okay. Noon. All right. Cool. So let's see. Guess we'll go ahead and jump into it. Channel content. So leave that on analytics. It's kind of where I've been sitting. Because I have two open, because why not? All right. Yeah, I think we're gonna jump into SRT. That's the plan for today. Craig, how's it going, man? All right. We were able to generate a video last time, and then we needed subtitles. So I think it makes sense to do that within this. Just trying to think what we would need for that, because SRT just needs mostly just timestamps, I think. Make it later tomorrow. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. What did you? 12 p.m. Trying to think what I have going on tomorrow. Maybe 1 hour later than today for you. Gotcha. Yeah, depending on what's going on, I could probably do that. Yeah, at least so basically till what, like 12:30 or something? 12? 12 p.m., 5 p.m. Yeah, okay, so like 12. Yeah, I'd probably do that. See what's going on tomorrow. I think that should work. Yeah, no problem. Add 1 hour to your time now. Oh, okay. Yeah. So start an hour later than this. Like, that's fine. I mean, I'll probably just be on anyway. So yeah. All right. Let's see. SRT. Getting, is that here? No, this is aggregating the slide data. Search files download. Is this it? No, this is images. Where's the timestamps? So did you see the new AI agent announced yesterday? OpenAI. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's true. I was going to look at that briefly. I forgot about that. I did see. Oh, I forgot to check my stream's working. Whoops. I mean, you're watching it, so that's good. Must be working. right. Audio's good. Yeah, I was gonna create OpenAI workflows. Yeah, it's interesting. They're trying to step in. Yeah, exactly. Trying to get into the n8n territory for sure. Which is also crazy because Google has one too. So I think it's gonna be tough because I mean, I mean, definitely trying to do as far as trying to create workflows. Like it makes sense. Like that's what they probably should be doing as far as being able to like chain everything together. Because up to this point, you basically just had to trust the AI to do stuff. So um, let's see my notifications. Yeah, they did a bunch of stuff. They updated Sora, which is crazy. So Sora and Sora 2 are now in the API. I think they're pretty expensive, and a new image model, and a new real-time chat. Codex is now GA, along with 3 features that make it more useful. I was using some Codex last night. Codex and Slack, that's kind of nice. Codex X SDK and new admin tools. That's cool. ChatGPT. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. So yeah, Agent Kit. I meant to look at like if that's so it's not open source, right? That's the biggest thing. Like if it was open source, then they'd be really kind of encroaching onto n8n territory, where it's like, oh yeah, you can just like download it and run it yourself. But I don't think it does yet. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it makes sense though that like this would give you control over how the AI steps through things, as opposed to you just having to trust that the AI does what you wanted it to do. Like assuming that you prompted it well enough, it'll do what you want. So this definitely makes sense as far as like logically. So the future's not Googling to be, or not going to be building workflows, but within 6 months, I see it easy to create workflows, but the future will be in the logic flow. Yeah, I think so, right? Yeah, exactly. It's kind of more so being able to guide the AI in the direction that you want, and not have to just trust it to do what you hope it's going to do. So yeah, that's a good point. That's a really good point. It does kind of does seem like that's probably the direction that things would be heading, because there's really, I mean, that's essentially all that's happening here, is that like I'm right now, I can't fully trust the AI to do each one of these steps, but if it gets smart enough, then that's all this would be doing. Like, okay, hey, taking this data, create a spreadsheet that captures the data, uh, you know, you kind of keep it all at a high level here. Like, okay, cool. Like now you have the data. I want 40 lectures. Can you come up with the data for those lectures? All right, cool. Can you create slides for those lectures? All right, cool. Can you like turn those into lecture videos? So then don't have to like come through and do this all individually. And Alibaba just released an open source AI image creator to beat Sora. Nice. Oh, so like a open source video. Yeah, because I saw there's like, I think it's WAN 2.5 or something. So I don't know, that stuff for you, man, for your Spark. That's like the only thing that's going to be able to run those, I think, because those video models are like huge. Need a ton of stuff. Open source, you can self-host on Comfy AI. There you go. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, I was curious about, so chatkit.studio. Agent builder, you can drag and drop nodes. There we go. But I think it's still all on platform, right? So it's not open source. Adding new evals, use agent kit to build an agent. It is kind of cool though. HubSpot, nice. Used agent kit custom response widget to enhance their Breeze assistant. There you go. Why it won't replace it? Yeah, it's not going to replace it yet, but who knows? WAN 2.1. Okay, open source video foundation model that consistently outperforms its competitors on the vBench leaderboard. Nice. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. How big is it? 2.1. Is it WAN? Is it WAN 2.1? WAN 2.5. Wow, that's a pretty good looking video. Not bad. Not bad. A little GTA action. Welcome to WAN. Open source. 2.2 animate. Every voice finds its vision. I also just want to see how big these are. 5 billion model. Whoa, really? You can run on a 4090? That's crazy, actually. Oh, yeah, Quinn 3. Okay. That can do, a Quinn 3 can do video too? Powerful vision language model in the Quinn series. Comprehensive upgrades across the board, superior text understanding, generation, deeper visual perception, reasoning. Yeah, video dynamics. Really? How big is it? That's my question. The other one was actually able to run on a graphics card, which is kind of nuts. Can this process 256,000 tokens? That's where it gets tricky, because I think with video and image, tokens start to get much bigger very quickly. 30B, 30B. Image request, Quinn 3 VL for images. You can give it 2 images, say put this girl in the car, and it does that. Okay, yeah, so it's like Nano Banana, but if it does video too, that's kind of crazy. I don't see sizes. 30B instruct to 30B thinking. That's probably what it is, right? That's the, yeah, Nano Banana replacement. Hey, yeah, if it runs locally and it can Nano Banana, that'd be awesome. It'd be super helpful. 31 billion parameters, so like that's gonna be pretty big, right? It's probably gonna be, I don't know, 64-ish. Doesn't say the size. Not video. Okay, okay. Just wanted to see the model size. Does it fit in my RAM or not? Can I actually use it? Quantized. Does this tell me? $17 gigs. All right, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. I could actually run that. Is it in here? Did I miss it somewhere? So yeah, that's crazy. We're getting there, man. Like you're gonna be all set up. Like you'll be all set with the Spark. 17 gigs. Yeah, you'll have plenty of memory for all this stuff. So that's crazy. And I mean, I guess the nice thing too is that like these don't have to run all at the same time. So, you know, if you just need to run one to do an image, you can run that, and then you can run one to do video. And it's only when it's processing, I think, that it actually matters. Although I don't know for sure, to be honest. It's because like I've got Olama running but I don't think it's freaking out. So I don't know. I don't know if it needs to have this whole thing in RAM all the time or not. So I might be wrong on that. It would make sense to actually have it loaded. So I would be surprised. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of options. I mean, we're getting there that you can get decent quality video locally, decent if you can get nano banana images locally. You really don't have to pay for anything. Pay for the electricity. I guess you're paying for it with your upfront cost on the machine, but that's about it. But yeah, man, I was debating. I need to probably do videos about the agent kit and Chat Kit Studio. This is pretty cool. The widget builder is kind of cool. I was playing around with that a little bit yesterday. They got some slick looking widgets here, and it's crazy because it's like they're basically like, yeah, here you can just like build your whole app. Like you need to write an email. You need a checkout. You have a checkout component. Like view the details on this guy. Create a task. Nice. Your little calendar widget. Like pretty nuts. Playlist. This is what I was like, oh man, that's why they have the Shopify API. It's like, oh, you can just like create your own Shopify instance inside of your agent builder. So pretty crazy. Notify me when this item ships. There was also components. Yeah, pretty cool. Playground. Yeah, there we go. This is also kind of nuts. It's like, what kind of example do you want? Local image, local video, local TTS, local AI LMs, workflows, everything local, including Jarvis local AI agent to check and send emails, run as my personal assistant. Yeah, exactly, man. It'll be able to do whatever you want. It's kind of insane. And I mean, yeah, I don't know. Following that trend, it's eventually it'll all be like, I don't know, either on your computer or not your computer, but your phone. Like eventually, like all of that would be able to happen on your phone, and then I don't know, probably like a little device or whatever. Eventually, get to that human interface situation. Eventually, but yeah, this was kind of cool. I didn't watch the live stream. I need to catch up. I was doing a bunch of stuff yesterday, so didn't actually get to see it. I'm sure they probably went through this all, but it was funny. Everybody online was like, "Oh, startups are dead. Hundreds of startups just died." I wonder if they literally just. There's no way this is actually AI because it's just running through like. Is this a GIF? Oh, no, okay. So it's generating it, but I wonder if this is just like a fabricated kind of deal. But this looks good though. It is crazy to kind of see how like it's, I don't know, becoming the AI operating system kind of thing instead. Like it's expanding beyond just a chat to be able to do whatever you want. So I definitely get why they're going this direction. Pretty crazy though. The utility bill analysis was kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know what I think it goes through this like every single time. So I feel like this is a little bit staged, but probably make that a little bit higher. Look at that. My average monthly power usage is 1,083 kilowatts. Isaac, how's it going, man? Hello there. All right. Cool. Thanks for stopping in, man. How's it going? How's your Tuesday? OpenAI Sans, of course. You have to have your own font. You're not a real company unless you have your own font. All right, or typeface, I guess technically might be the term. Cool stuff. Yeah, a lot of big updates. This is a big release. I don't know what's going on. GPT-5 Pro is also. I was curious to see what the pricing is on that. So I use GPT Pro quite a bit. I will send it off to do some research on stuff every once, or probably a couple times a week now. With thinking without thinking. Hey, they fixed their graphs, so they actually make sense. GPT-5 Pro Python, GPT-5 Pro no tools. Where do you learn prompt engineering? It's a good question. I mean, I did it a lot through just, I mean, kind of just learned it by trying, getting answers back and, um, making sure that it's the answer that I want. Um, I'm sure, I mean, I don't know. That's probably like the best way to like actually learn it. But otherwise, I mean, I know there's a bunch of, prompt repos and stuff out there. Like people will have a bunch of prompts that they're trying to sell. Or just providing like a bank of them. So I'm sure you can find them out there too. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I mean, it's getting to the point though. It just like the prompt really kind of depends on what you're doing. So it's more about being able to explain, what it is you want, I guess. So, so it's going to depend on, what's the prompt for, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't think of anything specifically. I guess I've watched a lot of videos and stuff about other people building AI stuff and seeing how they prompt some things. So like I've gotten ideas from that for sure. I'm not trying to think. So there's who's it? McKay Wrigley comes to mind. There we go. McKay Wrigley. He's been doing a lot of AI stuff, AI prompting. He's like vibe coding kind of stuff, and I've watched a couple of his videos. Like, yeah, I've actually been meaning to go through this one again because this is kind of crazy. He had a pretty crazy like Claude Code, AI code kind of situation, but he's had some good prompts that I did at least for just like development. So yeah, nice. I like that. So anyway, definitely just like paying attention to other people that are doing stuff and seeing how they prompt stuff. And trial and error, trying to get your own prompts, try to see what you can do and see when you create your result or when you create your prompt if it gets the result you're looking for. So practice, just like anything else, I guess. All right. Cool. I think that's pretty much what we're going for today. A lot of OpenAI stuff, which is cool. There's more stuff that I actually want to check out here. So like I was wondering about this priority requesting. I don't know if there's like is there another tiered level of requesting? I mean, I thought it's already based on how much you spend to begin with, but new service health dashboard lets you monitor uptime. That's pretty cool though. I like that. 2 more ships. Faster priority processing tier compared to the standard tier. New service health dashboard. That's what I just talked about. Sora and Sora 2. I haven't tried that on the API. It looks like it's pretty expensive. I think it's like $5 to $10 to create one video through the Sora API. So that's really pricey. And yeah, then we already went through Codex, which is cool. And then Agent Kit, Chat Kit, GPT Pro in the API. I did want to see what the Pro pricing is, but we'll get back to that later. Not super important. But cool stuff. I don't know. They're shipping a bunch of stuff, so I'd be curious. This makes me wonder if Gemini stuff's coming out soon too. Was it Google Opal? I know we played with this the other day on the stream as well, but this is kind of the same idea as the OpenAI's Chat Kit. Same thing with like being able to do a AI flow. So I mean, only makes sense. Everybody's trying to get into the automation game, so not surprising. But anyway, so pretty cool stuff though. Definitely some stuff I still want to play around with, which I just haven't had a chance to. So we'll get back to it. Speaking of getting back to it, I was going to create an SRT file. So actually, I'm going to grab a drink before I get started, and then we'll switch back to that. So be right back. All right. So some people on the air agent space say in a future, all the automation thing the AI is going to do will only a prompt. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we were just talking about. As far as I think that's what Craig actually just said, is that it yeah, I mean, eventually when it's super smart, um, then it will be able to do just what you tell it to do. It's not quite there yet, and I don't know, just because I guess it's getting better at like thinking, but I don't think it's quite there yet. But it was funny. I was actually just listening to an Alex Hormozy video yesterday, and he was talking about that, where when you have like an expert in something, you can tell them like, hey, go market this product, and they know how to do that. Like they know how to run ads, they know how to create a campaign, they know how to do all that stuff. And I think AI is close, but it's not quite to that point. It's getting better, but if you give it a big enough task, it'll probably get lost in that task, where it kind of starts to, since a lot of it's still kind of random, like random things will start to pop up, so that it can get to a point, you can give it the goal. I think it's not quite iterative enough. So that's where I do think that something like that, I don't know where their actual one is. Check it. Oh yeah, this is just their example. Where was this guy? Like this, where it's like if you can kind of just at least give it a flow so it knows like what to do, then yes, then it can basically do that. But eventually, yeah, I think it will be smart enough that we'll just kind of be hanging out. AI will be running everything, and human beings will just be like, doing whatever we want to do, I guess. So eventually, yes, but it's probably going to take a lot. Probably going to take a lot before it gets to that point. AGI, I suppose that's the AGI point of, if the AI is smarter than us, and then it can do whatever it needs to do, infinitely, I guess, is probably the big part. Like, just can do it forever. Craig's going to stick with n8n. They're about to launch an AI agent for self-hosting users, and it's already available in their cloud plan. Yeah, no, for sure. Right, yeah, exactly. n8n's like, they've already got the one up right now, and it will be really helpful for them to have an AI agent within n8n. So you can just be like, hey, can you fix this node? Hey, I want to do this thing, and it'll just do it for you, since it doesn't quite do that yet. What worries you is when any startup like n8n develops a great product, and all the big boys jump in, use their already built market influence and pushing it out. Yeah, no, it's totally possible. I do think like the biggest thing I think that made n8n like explode was because it was open source. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, technically, I guess, yeah. OpenAI could just drop an open source version, and then that would really make it tough on n8n. And definitely, yeah, it is tough to use that that market influence to push out the big guys, to use the market influence to push out the little guy. But I don't know. At the same time, it's like the market will figure out what's actually valuable too. So if n8n's working better, or it accomplishes something, whatever that feature is, better than GPT or OpenAI can, then n8n will still maintain at least some presence. Kind of like I don't know, Threads, I think, was a good example, where it dropped, it got whatever, an insane, did it hit 1 billion users in like a week or something like that? It had, or 100 million users or something like that, and then just completely died. So it's like that's a huge company trying to use its huge marketing force to force out an app that was like not that great. But yeah, the bigger the task, the more it hallucinates. Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's where Spider-Man. Yeah, thank you. It's a good one. It was there was a museum exhibit, so it was about like Spider-Man comics and stuff that was here in Chicago. So had to get a souvenir, of course. But thank you. Big Spider-Man fan. Looking forward to a Spider-Man movie next year, I think in May. But yeah, back to your point there, Craig. With like the bigger the task, the more it'll hallucinate for sure. That I don't know. Like that one's tough. I think it's almost like you need like self-correcting, but I don't know. Yeah, I kind of see like the AI as like a kind of its own system of like it's almost like GPU CPU kind of thing. So it's like has to I don't know something has to kind of keep it in check after a certain amount of time. Or if it just has like infinite context, then it can just kind of just continually do whatever it needs to do all the time. So it might be a resource issue more than anything. It'll get there eventually. And then you can just ask it for an SRT and it'll make it. So let's do that. Yeah. So for the SRT, let's see. So we're reading the file. So this is where, yeah, give the timestamp, and then I'm writing it to a file. .json. That's right. So I just wrote it to a file and didn't actually use it. And then I think I was just kind of doing that to be safe. So, so I guess we did that here. Might as well. Since we've already got the file. These workflows are so ridiculous. This guy. Because then the next one, so at the Google Sheets side here, we're grabbing all of the slides for the lecture, filtering it down to just the current lecture, aggregating the slides content so that it can know, yeah, that's right, to like when to transition between slides during the what's it called? During the video. So giving it the audio, yeah. So then I think here we do another API, do an AI call. Open AI, message a model. Trying to anticipate what I'm not thinking of. So 03 mini. This is all with 03 mini. Man, I was using like GPT-5 mini yesterday, and it's like, it's really nice. It's actually really smart, and it's really fast. Jazz, what's up, man? How's it going? How's Monday.com treating you? Okay, so SRT, this one's going to take a couple tries, I think, because SRTs are weird. So the image won't matter. The SRT is independent of what's being displayed. Monday's always good in FJ. That's right. There we go. I haven't actually touched Monday.com in like a week now. It's been a little bit. But that's good, man. Glad it's still going well. Laying down, the one eye's closed right now watching. Ah, nice. Okay. That's right. It's pretty late for you, right? So winding down your day. Well, I appreciate you hopping into to watch for a minute. All right. So I don't know. And again, like this is back to like, I don't know if we have to do this crap anymore, but it's like you are an expert course creation, or you are, I don't know. I don't even know what this is. Claude 4.5 is actually really solid. I was using it earlier this week. I've already burned through my cursor tokens, or my cursor $20 thing, so I'm gonna have to switch projects probably. But it's been really good. I was working on it with the app, and it created some really solid looking screens. So I was impressed. And only once did it change something it didn't need to change. So that's my biggest thing with Claude and Claude in general. But it's really solid. So yeah, they might be right back up there on par with Gemini and GPT at this point. So initially, I've only used it for a few hours, but so far so good. And it seems like it's the LM Arena rankings, and like other people have been saying that it's really pretty good too. So generally seems like, yeah, they've created a pretty solid model. Expert course, you are I don't know, course creation expert. We need subtitles for this course lecture. I don't know, I'll just say you, given this set of timestamps, create an SRT file to display the subtitles on a lecture video. The video will be 1920 by 1080. But let's keep the, I don't know. Craig, do you have, you don't have like numbers on that or anything, do you? I always wonder how much you should show for subtitles. Like there's only so much you can process at a time. So probably only like keep the subtitles around 8 words per segment. Something like that. The subtitles should display toward the lower third of the screen. I think that's pretty much it. And then timestamps. Here are the timestamps for the video. And then we give it timestamps. In actual JSON, or yeah, in actual words, not JSON, to JSON string. Send it, let's go. Just checking Gemini. Oh, as far as like what to prompt. Gemini might have a little bit better input as far as 42 characters per line. There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, it's like I figured there's probably something. Let's keep the subtitles to 42 characters per line and a maximum of 2 lines. Yeah, because I've run into this issue before. I think when I was trying to create the my system for shorts from live like this, that if you put too many restrictions on it, it'll try to follow one over the other. So I forget. I think when I limited the amount of words, it would just skip words. So it'd just be like, okay, cool, we're only doing 8 words per thing. And I guess like let's keep here. You spend GPT to check whether your prompt is perfect. You send GPT. I don't. That's a good point. Yeah, I kind of go back and forth on. I mean, generally, I do think it's probably not a bad idea to have GPT come up with the prompt, because it's generally pretty good at that. So, but not always. If I get the result that I want, then I'm like, I don't care. But sometimes, like, I will use it to generate the prompt if I like don't know where to start or need help kind of organizing it. I will use GPT to like create its own prompt. But kind of going back to like what Isaac was talking about, if you're trying to do like really big, more complicated things, then that might be a place where you ask GPT to ask you questions so that you can create a better prompt. But okay, so given this set of timestamps, create an SRT file to display the subtitles on the lower third. The video will be. So let's see. Subtitle to the lower third. Rules. Try to keep the try to keep every word from, use every word in the timestamp data. Display the, I think this is probably why. It's not good at math. Display the, try to have more than 42 characters per segment shown. Try to keep, or let's see, yeah. Should be no more than 42 characters per segment shown. No more than 2 lines shown at a time. That'll work. Okay. Below is one acceptable answer. Answer below. The words are broken into blocks. Oh yeah. What is this? Okay, there we go. All right, so I need to also have it return your answer in an executable SRT file content, like this. JSON. Put the response. The response should be executable SRT file content like this. There we go. So then say content. There. I mean, I guess it's okay if it has line breaks, because I'm gonna say I see a lot of line break characters in here, which is fine. Yeah, that should be fine, because we're gonna write that to a file. So let's try this again. Not even gonna check that one. Do it. I don't want to have to parse out the content. I just want the content, and then see if we can just write it to a file. Oh. We're slowly but surely getting all the pieces there. But if we get this one done, then I think the last one would be the worksheet question stuff. That one's going to take, it'll probably take a couple. We'll have to do, maybe not, I guess. We can use the text content maybe instead. And then I think I was going to add maybe one more step to this other workflow. This guy? Nope, this guy. Nope, this guy. Add option to the front end to farm. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, exactly. So if you want separate subtitles or not, then yeah, then we'll have to pull back that answer. So yeah, that'll work. Probably need a row or a column in the spreadsheet to do that. Yeah, I guess I was trying to think. Some platforms don't need subtitles. Yeah. Anyway, this, I mean, we're kind of filling out the whole content slide section here, so it might make more sense to do that as well. Drop down option, yes, no. Yeah, that would work. That would work. So here we might try to fill in, because this does the cleanup of the slides, and then maybe fill in the rest of this. So just so it's not trying to, it tries to do a bunch of stuff at once, and then like further text reading is not great. So we need to actually fix that too. So I don't know. We'll see. Trying to figure out where to do that. A lot of presentations open. This is the one we actually are using right now, I think, right? Yeah, 926. And then this was an older one. That was pretty good. This is when it was a little. Oh, no, this one actually was pretty good. And this one was, yeah, the first attempt. It was a little bit too wordy, so we got rid of that one. I think this one I just ended up rerunning it just because I needed to run it. So that ended up looking pretty good. And then this is the same, kind of the same thing, pretty close. Probably don't need that open. Slowly get rid of some of these tabs. Still going. We're still writing an SRT. Slowly but surely. This is 03 mini. We may have to upgrade. I don't know. This is where it could get a little tricky. Actually, this might be better if we can give an example. So this might be kind of like with this one, where I give it a sample ffmpeg command, so that way it can just kind of already get, or no, this is the slides, but this one. That way it kind of already has the structure of the command. So it may make sense to do that here. I mean, we'll see what this looks like. I guess I want to test it out first. I'm trying to think how I need to do that. I may use GPT-5 to tweak it a little bit, and then we'll use that base command after that. Yeah, because this is going to be too variable. This is going to include styling. All right, nice. Cool. Is this an SRT? This says like no. I think they're usually like header data. It does not have that. And maybe it's just for subtitles, so it'll just be like default. All right. We're gonna write. Wait, hang on. How do we do this? So then we need to convert to file. Can we convert SRT to VTT? Probably. Yeah, probably. Is that the other one you need? Do you need both? Text file or JSON text file? Okay. Udemy is VTT. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Just trying to remember. They're pretty close. Like VTT and SRT, I think are pretty similar. So that should be pretty easy. That's just a prompt to switch it, and then yeah, I can switch it. Do I do it? I think I do a set node here actually. So we're gonna do a set content. I always forget how to do that. I did that before, right? I did it here, right? Yeah, okay. I just had to do that.
So I need like one level lower than the content to be content. It's basically save as SRT, then convert to VTT and save as SRT, and VTT should save in lesson course folder. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. So first I need to parse out that. So I want to do that. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, now I have the actual content. And then now we write that content to file. Does that work? That doesn't look like, is that an SRT? I guess maybe. All right, then write that to file. So write file to disk. We're gonna write, do I have a name? Yeah. Less than one dot SRT. Whoops. Slash shared. Less than one SRT. And then we should have a file for that now. Sure. Open it with cursor. Ugh. Or not. There it is. All right. File does in fact have content, so that's good. Now, so we've written the file. It's going to redo this all, but that's fine. So we have the SRT file. So you want to go ahead and I'm going to test it first. So where's GPT? Can you give me a command to add lesson 1.srt to the output video MP4? Simple FFmpeg command. I don't think it took that long. Not that complicated. I could almost do this myself. I probably should be able to do this myself. Oh, it's on thinking? Ah, what auto? Man, it's like -I and then, dude, it's a simple command. Skip. Cheap views. All right, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Subtitles equal less than one copy sub output with subs. That should work. Minute 20, minute 2 minutes, 2:30, 2:40, 2:50, 3 minutes, done. All right, cool.
So now we have output with subs. So we need this video with and without subtitles. So drop down yes, no, and another drop down to create VTT yes, no. Ah, okay, gotcha. So do you want to give them the option, or do you want to make the option tied to the selection of the platform? Oh, you probably can't see that, can you? We got subtitles. Give them the option. Okay. This looks good. Yeah, for sure. It hasn't missed anything. How do they look? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. This is actually really good. This actually worked out really well. Looks amazing. I don't know if the white on white is a bit of an issue. We could do black font, but what was the command for this? This is just default, and the SRT has like no styling in it. Yeah, it's just a straight up. So this is like just default FFmpeg. So, all right. Maybe we don't need to do anything. Maybe it'll just work. Really boring SRT, but it get the job done. So that makes that really easy to convert to VTT. So I think we just run it through another node. Say, hey, here's an SRT reformatted VTT, and VTT is just like closer to HTML. I think I forget. Fine as is. All right. Well, there we go. Then. So I guess like this would have just kind of an if, I guess, if, and we'd, I don't know, draw the data from somewhere, be like if VTT selected, whatever, equals true, then would go off and create a VTT version of it. So we would do another .03 mini, given this SRT file, can you convert it to a VTT file? Return your response in JSON. The content, or return an executable as executable file content, like here. Bam. Yeah, I gotcha. So you can pick which one you want. Yep, that works. And that should cover pretty much everything, I think, right? Like most things are, Udemy wants you to upload the VTT file on their platform, so if it's in the lesson folder, that's easy to do. Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
say SRT and VTT, I think, should cover pretty much everything. I was thinking of ASS files. ASS files are the ones that are really, really complicated. They have like tons of styling and stuff. So yeah, never mind. It's a copy of SRT and file. Yeah, gotcha. Yep. So then, given this SRT file content, can you convert it to a VTT file format? Output is JSON. Good to go. So copy of SRT and VTT in lesson folder, and that's all we need. Cool. So that would do that. This would do the same thing, I guess, where it would do that. Hopefully grab the content back. Do you know that 10% of the population is deaf? So this makes course attractive to the audience. I did not know that. That's a really high. I didn't realize that 10% of the population was deaf. Okay, and then this is the same thing here. Do that, do that. And then this guy too. Except it'll be VTT. Cool. And then so when you publish your course, you can say it's deaf audience compatible, increasing your market. There you go. There you go. All right. So then that's kind of the offshoot for VTT. Can test that real quick, I guess, if we need to. Don't have a way to get to it though. How do I do that? It would be like data that's coming in from earlier. But this part also needs to be fixed a little bit so they can actually connect. I think I finally got Google Drive to actually connect anyway. It was not connecting before, but I might have just skipped it for the time being. Yeah, because I got Google Drive to work, so it should be good now. Why is this overlapping? There we go. All right. So then it would be. I don't know if this is gonna. It shouldn't mess with it too much. Course description. So then. SRT. BTT. Yeah, just be yes, no. Now this guy should work. Get rows in sheet. Yeah, now it's decided to work. Cool. That's database triggers content, and then course details. Yeah. Cool. Then that's where the name would come from. I guess we can let this run through again. It's going to grab lesson 1, audio 3. And really, this would probably would grab all of the rows in course detail or course text this is, yeah, it would go, it actually would, so this workflow actually becomes huge at that point because it would be grabbing all of those, each one of those, transcribing it to get the timestamps, then generating the video, and going through the whole process again. So this might have to actually loop and not do item by item. So yeah, that's fine. That's cool. That makes it easy to wrap this in a loop. So not bad, not bad. Okay, then I'm trying to think if I run this again, how bad that would be. I think it'll be fine. It's gonna overwrite the file. It might fail. And we can get rid of this guy. So I'm gonna get rid of the output with subs. Oh yeah, can't do that while it's open. Close that. Now I can get rid of that guy. And delete the SRT. And then this guy now can actually reference the one before. So let's just step on through it again. So if I run that, that's going to transcribe it. Oh, wow. That was quick. Okay, cool. All right, so then timestamps. Nice. Write that to file. Nice. Oh, so it overrode it anyway, right? It's today. Today's the 7th. Yeah, okay. So just overrode it. Cool. That works. Then given this timestamp data, come up with our file. So it's generating the SRT. Oh, it's busted. Then all right, I'll be right back while that's churning. Shouldn't take too long. All right. Wow, still going. That's taking a minute. So yeah, this bad boy might actually take a little while to run through the entire flow a few times, because I'm trying to think what was the other one. So coming up with the lecture titles won't take long, but the 3-minute lectures take a minute. So that part of the loop is going to take a little while, and then what else? The audio generation is going to take a little while. So yeah, this guy will take a little while to run. You're right. It's going to be a little slow on some parts. And I think it doesn't help that GPT just did, or whatever, OpenAI just did a big thing yesterday. So now it's all top of mind for everybody. So now they're getting hammered. I mean, yesterday definitely they were slowing down.
but I'm sure today it continues. Everybody's excited to use all the new features. And there's only so much compute available right now. So many clouds. But this is going to be our SRT, which it did really good on the first one. That's the reason for being 0 human in the loop. Fair enough. Yeah, let it go, let it run. The only problem is the more that it runs on its own, the farther it gets. When you run into an issue, then you just have to run the whole thing again. That's where it gets a little bit painful. Basically, enter the info, come back tomorrow, and there will be a folder with all your course assets. Yeah, for sure. No, that would be ideal. That would be great. Assuming nothing goes wrong. So that's all. Just need a way to be able to kind of reprocess, I guess, if things are looking bad or whatever. So that's my only concern. But yeah, for sure. I mean, so far this has actually been pretty good. Like, good enough. And if you're cool with just kind of rolling with whatever it ends up doing, I mean, definitely some checks and balances to make sure that it does what it should do. But, unfortunately, nothing is guaranteed 100%. Hey, there we go. All right. Following the plan, being able to upload 365 courses per year. That'd be crazy. That'd be awesome. All right. So convert that content to actual content and then write that to a binary. And that's looking good. Then write the actual file. So we've got the SRT. Now we can do this. So now if the Google Sheets data had VTT selected is equal to yes, then we branch and say, here is the content, this guy. Here is the SRT file content. Return your response in JSON, return the content as executable file content, like this. Cool. So now we will create just in case. I'm going to designate where that content is since it doesn't really have a beginning or an end, just so it doesn't get confused. Should be fine, but you never know. And then hopefully that doesn't actually like confuse it. So yeah. Following the plan, also being able to generate a new course within hours of a new tool being released. Like today we have an OpenAI agents course, which was only launched yesterday. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Visuals would be really helpful for that one. So that would be the tricky part. And that would be kind of a whole nother section. But yeah, it would be able to just comb over the documents that they published and hopefully, yeah, grab a couple other things from tweets and live stream, and then yeah, be able to generate a course that like walks you through the whole thing. So that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. All right. We've got VTT, looks like. Cool. So then do that. So that should give me, yep, just the content. And then we write the content to file. So we got VTT. Good deal, good deal. And then lesson 1 VTT. And really lesson 1 is going to be pulled from, well, we can do that now. That name will come from an expression of that. Cool. So now we have 2 files. So both of those files should be in this folder now. Whoops. Nope. Wait. I did /shared, so that should be in there. Did I miss it? Mastering. Yeah, there we go. Cool. It is there. All right, and then yeah, we probably would do the same for SRT. I didn't update it before, but yeah, is the SRT still being pulled? Yeah, so it's hard coded, but yeah, we would pull it from that, and that way we have both files, and then I don't want to do it again. I guess we can. Yeah, if I mess with it, it's going to change. So I'm not going to do it yet. But yes, we'll update that to be the correct one. And then same with this. This actually needs to somehow dynamically get like the correct spreadsheet to pull data from. But it's going to pull the data. Let's do that. And then this would be pulled from the loop. So we'd be actually looping through this entire process, I think. This would just be one, oh my God, one big loop for all of this. So that way this guy could say, okay, grab only lesson 1, or grab whatever the current lesson is, then grab all those lecture slides from that. So let's do that. And then grab the slides that are just for that lesson. I've got this pinned, so that's cool, right? That'll work. That's right, yeah, because that's our timestamps. So can I just do this guy? Yeah, nice. We can skip over that. Save myself a little bit there. Download those images. Write them to the file. I'm pulling that from the name. Okay, cool. Which, yeah, the name I already got, so that's good. Then, so we're kind of redoing this part, but hopefully it still works. Will this fail? Or just writes over them? Yeah, okay, just rewrites them. All right, that'll work. Then aggregate those file names together so we have all the images. Then run this guy. Forgot to pin it. This is just for the ffmpeg commands. That's not a big deal. Let's see. This did change though. So here's an example command message model. Here is an example command to update. Wait, I need an executable command based on this timestamp. So I don't think I need this. Here's an example command to update. Yeah, no, I don't need that. So here's the audio file. Which was this guy. Oh, okay. Okay. It's mad about that. So it won't let me do it because it's pinned. That's dumb. Okay. We can rerun it then. That's fine. So then I think that's everything though, because that'll give me the audio file and then that's the command to update. So that's all good. This would actually be this would be the lesson. So and then whatever the current lesson is. So in this case, we're manually filtering by lesson 1. Like that, but that would come from a value instead. And that'll generate the ffmpeg command, but I have to come back to this guy and actually unpin it and execute it to make it happy. This is just generating the command again. Or no, you're just getting timestamps based on the lecture slides, so that's not bad. Not a particularly heavy pull. Okay, I was gonna say it shouldn't take that long. All right, cool. So it's got new slides, and then now we search for all the images, download them all, write them to file, aggregate them. Now this guy should allow us to, okay, cool, yeah. So I need an executable ffmpeg command based on these timestamps. So there's that, there's the audio file, here are the images. Here's an example command. The command should be all on one line, no line breaks, return the ffmpeg command in JSON like this. Cool, so that should work. We might need one more option, right? Because we might need separate subtitles, or I guess what subtitles on. Say use subtitles. So if you want them burned in or not. So you can have the subtitle file. Then do you want the subtitle file to be used on the video or not? If you're going to keep them separate, then probably want that option. Cool. Then this guy will run that command. Oh, wait. I missed it. So crap. Basically, I guess at this point, it would be if here we would need to decide either, I mean, I created the command here. We could just update that command after the fact to say if SRT or if is subtitle on, then add subtitle to this command. Otherwise, run the command as is. So that's what's going to happen here, I think. So we'll say if so let's see. Oh man, I don't have it here. Such a pain. All right. Basically it would be this guy. So it'd say if it's not that, but it'll be use subtitles. If use subtitles equals yes, then OpenAI I'll stick with 03 mini for now. update this ffmpeg command to burn in the following SRT file. I want to get back to this. This is annoying. Gonna have to just run the whole thing again, I guess. Which is fine, I guess. We want to kind of fix a couple things in here anyway. So still got that hard coded. That's fine. I've still what's the other one? So this guy, I'm gonna change this one to be not less than 1, but it'll be wait. Did I do that wrong? I did do that wrong. That's not the right name either. So that should be so really just gonna do this. Current lesson. I'll say right now is lesson 1. Replace with loop. So that is going to say this is the current lesson 1. So then when we do that, we can say, hey, find this is just regex. Trying to think about this. So we only need to grab the data from, this is the data from the entire course. Only need to grab that once. Then you'd enter the loop and start looping through each lesson. So you'd be grabbing the data actually from all of the text. So get rows and sheet. It would be database triggers from course text. So we could do the lesson title, which is very verbose. Yeah, rather than slide title, because the slide title is effectively the shorter title, but man, it's really long. It's a really long name to use. I was trying to think like, I think the naming based on it's yeah, the name is going to be based on the entire presentation, like the entire course, like course name and then lesson number makes it easier to find rather than trying to map course name to lecture title. Then loop through lesson rows. Right. I'm just trying to think of like file naming, but yes, that's what this would do. Is this would loop through all of these items. So there'd be like 40 items here for every lecture, and you have the title and the lesson. And I'm not going to do that yet, but that's what you would do here. And then, but I mostly just want to be able to grab the item. Yeah, we do that. You would do that in the loop eventually. But I'm going to stick with lesson 1 for now. So that way when we write this, I think I'm going to call it then the file, audio file, would really be course name dash current lesson dash audio. I mean, a .mp3 really kind of designates that it's audio, but can be safe and call it dash audio just so the file name. I mean, I guess that's true. I guess as far as like pulling in file names, you would have the full file name be useful, just because sometimes in n8n you won't have the file extension. So we'll make the file name as explicit as possible. So the lecture audio file should actually be called master, or be course name dash lesson ID dash audio. So that's really what should be happening here. And that way, so we'll have to work backwards a little bit from that to update to make sure that we do that. So rather than lesson 1 audio 3, or lesson 1 audio, it will be that. Not this guy. This guy, this. I'm going to call it that. And also don't want to totally rely on the fact that this would be in its own, you know, what do you call it? The folder structure, I guess, would also designate that, like, you know, like you said, like each course would have its own folder, and then each lecture probably would have its own folder. But I still think that it would be important to have the files have their own name so they make sense on their own, rather than just like lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. You know, give it a little bit of detail so they have context outside of the system. Yeah, and as long as the course name doesn't get too long, this should be fine. So now this will grab the actual file that we want. Cool. And then we would transcribe it. Okay, but first, yeah, this will work. So do that. Then convert to file. So I'm just saving the file. Nice. And that's good. Yeah, because that just grabs the name of the audio file and just turns it into a JSON. So that makes it pretty straightforward. When we get to this guy, I don't think much changes, right? So yeah, we're just having it generate the SRT. What was the deal here? Oh, wait. Did I re-pull the data? Oh, I didn't. Okay, that was the whole point here. So I need to re-pull this because now we have use subtitles. Whoops. Use subtitles should be, we're going to go with true. Yes. That pains me a little bit, but that's fine. We'll stick with yes. All right. So stick with yes. Now that we have yes, we can say this is lesson 1. Now we can get the audio file. We can transcribe it. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, of course, with lesson folders. Then inside lesson folders, we have slide folders, audio folders, video folder, PDF folder, quiz folder, and subtitles folder. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, then welcome to lesson. So this is then converting it to a file, and then we're writing the subtitles or the timestamps to a file just in case. Then we're going to have it generate the SRT. And that was the thing that I wanted to get to here.
These guys using open Shaitan. There we go. So this guy. So then this guy can actually say, is use subtitles equal to yes? Then if it is, then we're going to burn in the subtitles to the video. And otherwise, we're just going to run the command as is. So that one takes a while. I think does this one took a while too. VTT also took a bit to convert. I mean, that's a little more straightforward because it's just from one to another. Like here's the SRT, convert it to VTT. I mean, are they? I don't know why I would skip that. I don't know how different these are. Probably not really that different. Nah, I guess the format's quite a bit different. Oh no, this one's empty now. Oh wait, there we go. Is it? Maybe. Is that really it? Like the the difference between a web VTT file and a SRT file for other users. For other users, like users in your school. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, this is like these files are basically the same. Except the only difference is that one says web VTT at the top and doesn't have numbers for each section. And SRT doesn't have web VTT at the top and has a number in front of each section. That's the, like, we really needed two different standards for that. At the front end for the option of 10 lessons, 20 lessons, 40 lessons, or other options for your number. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, for sure. No, that's kind of what I figured. Like the lesson count will definitely be variable, and probably be like based on what you pick. Like if you pick Udemy, then it'll go ahead and be like, okay, so you need 40, but you could pick. So they have options to run smaller creation. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. That definitely would have to be the case. Especially, I mean, I think I did that here, right? So I kind of set the course number to begin with. It's like I only went 5 lessons or whatever. But yeah, definitely needs to be a variable amount. All right. So this is generating the SRT again, right? Yeah, we're waiting on that. And then once we've got that, we'll write that to a file. And then we can do this where we check to see if VTT is yes. And if it is, then we'll go ahead and create the VTT file. Then after that, we grab the course content slides again, then have it create the timestamps to decide when to show the slides, then search for all the slide images, then download those images from Google Drive, put them into the local because we need to be able to add it to FFmpeg, and then group up that list of images, then create the FFmpeg command to add those images to the audio file. And then this last part will then be if use subtitles. I believe that's what it did. Yeah. So if use subtitles equals yes, hey, there we go. Then we'll slap in another command to say, which I mean, I probably don't even need. I could probably just update the command directly because all we're going to do is say, what is that command? Add in subtitles equals whatever the file name is to that command. So probably don't need to waste API cycles on or AI calls on that. Okay, so we got our content back. Let's go ahead and convert it. So turn that into a file. Hey, there we go. And we were going to update this. So this now will be course name.
dash. Replace with loop. Course content name. Or course current lesson. All right. And then after that, we will see if we have VTT, which in this case we do. So we will do that. Say, okay, cool. We do want to do VTT. Convert this SRT into a VTT. So let's do that. Otherwise, your users might not cope. Otherwise your user's system might. Oh, got it. Yeah, right. If they're running it locally, yeah. Letting them run, trying to run 40 lectures might be a little bit too much. All right, so now we have VTT. So we'll pull out that content, convert it to binary, write the file, and there we go. I need to correct that one as well. So this is going to be, we're going to have to correct this again. So rather than replace with loop, this is, but I mean, that's a nice little placeholder. There we go. So same file name, only VTT. SRT and VTT, looking good. So I can get rid of these guys. Then we get the course content, filter it. Wait. Replace with loop. Nice. Then aggregate the slide data and then have it come up with the command. Or timestamps first. So yeah, let's do the timestamps. I think I have all the data I need now. All right. Oof, it's already almost noon. All right, and then search for files. So grab all the images. Not that. Slowly making this more dynamic. So search for lesson 1. Cool. Then download them all. Cool. Yeah, the naming for that's already pretty solid, so good with that. Download those images again. Aggregate the images. Create the FFmpeg command. So what's this command look like? Where's VF? There's no VF. So forgot to change that one. Oh well. That would be also a variable. Hey, all right. We're here. We might as well do it. Hate wasting cycles, but gonna do it. So this would actually be replaced with loop because this is going to come from the loop value of the current lecture. So it still looks the same. Run that again. And I guess here, I mean, I could save the. Can I stop? Can't stop. Can I? Stop.
wanted to have, let's see. What would this command look like if I wanted to add subtitles? I want to make adding subtitles optional, so it'll be a ternary section. Ternary? Tertiary? Okay, so it's just at the end. Save video without subtitles. Yeah, well, I got right. So it's like, so you want the option though of either saving the video with or without subtitles. I mean, it could just do both, but that's what I did. Molson, we are grinding. We got subtitles. We got subtitles working. So we're working on that right now. I think I deleted my example, but I had subtitles working. But yeah, I'm assuming Craig. I mean, do we want both versions? I think, or do you want the option of should your lecture videos have subtitles in them or not? Because that's what I'm doing here. Is that I have added a use subtitles option, and then you pick if the subtitles go in the video or not. Forget last message. Okay. So at least you have the option. I mean, you could do both, but that'd be double the files, I guess. Which, I mean, if you're running it locally, it won't really matter. But foggy today. No worries, man. I understand. So looks like we can just add it in here. But how's it going with you, Molson? What's up, man? Hopefully a light day for meetings. Okay, so this guy is going to be a little JavaScript magic. And you're going to say, I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah. The more straightforward thing would be like, hey, if that option is selected, I didn't really want to add no meetings today. Expecting new couch. Nice. Already passed the window. Yeah, that's not surprising. Usually a little late, but that's cool though, man. Is this for the main area or is it your office? You getting a couch in your office? All right, I'm just gonna do it in here. I mean, this makes more sense to me. So basically what's going to happen here is sectional for the living room. Very nice, very nice. Did you go super fancy? Sounds like you should be hosting the hackathon then. Okay, so we're going to do... So I want to first see if that value is true. So let's do that. If we selected use subtitles, dot includes yes. Then we're going to say -vf they've got an after map, but say -vf subtitles equals SRT. Otherwise, nothing.
right? And this would not be lesson 1, but it would be the one from earlier. But wait a minute. Why is that not happy? Almost perfect. There we go. Pet friendly. And you are Halloween weekend. I'm hosting. You should join. Oh, really? Okay. Was that? Did I miss that? Was that in the group? Uh, cool. Yeah, sounds good. Gives you the option to have video with no subtitles, but then you can have VTT to upload to Udemy. Some platforms may want the SRT burnt in, but you do not need the VTT to be produced. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, exactly. That's what I figured. It's like some of them are gonna need it, some of them don't. And just kind of have the option to do it or not do it. But okay, so then this should then create that that flag to say, hey, add the subtitles or not, based on what the option is. There are 3 hacks in total, 1 remote and 2 in person. What? Oh man. Okay. All right. Which file do I want? I need the SRT one. There's VTT. There's SRT. And how do I do that? I thought I can just do that. Do I need to do that? So you can't nest them. Man, I'm struggling right now. How do I do that? That should work, right? Oh wait. That's why. Okay, hang on. That plus. Uh, oh man. Yeah, I have to. All right, yeah, that'll work. So subtitle, single quote, plus. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, yeah. So plus that. That looks better. Okay, that looks correct. VF subtitles equals /shared/mastering database triggers SRT file. Cool. So only if use subtitles is equal to yes, then we will throw in that flag for subtitles, for burning in the subtitles. Okay, let's do that. Then we don't need these. Goodbye to those. Then we run our command and it generates the video. All right. And then it is gym time. What's today? Tuesday? It's been a long week already. Okay, had to look. How are we doing? PDF tomorrow. It threw that in. This is multiple lines though? I guess I am giving it a command. Then only quiz questions and answers. Nice, yes. Yeah, no, it's one line. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, so then this guy. Okay, what did I, is that wrong? Ah, crap, I did it wrong. Why did I do that? Should have provided the real file. Here's the audio file. So /shared /that. All right, try that again. And yeah, and those, I mean, the PDF will probably take a little bit because we have to create the format in a spreadsheet and then put the placeholders for that document and then grab the content that goes into that document and use the API to update it. Then output the like print out the PDF from the spreadsheet. And then that should be it. Dude, why are you not getting that? Oh wait, yeah. It's getting the images correctly, but not the audio file. Hang on, we'll just do that /shared /. That way it can't be confused. Got lucky, I guess, last time that it actually worked. And I think I did tweak this prompt a little bit. I had some funky stuff going on before. That's the right file name though, right? Mastering database triggers -lesson -1-audio.mp3. Yep. There we go. That looks better. So now we convert it. And now we run it. Invalid argument. Simple and complex filtering cannot be together for the same stream. Oh, okay. GPT might have lied to me. See, so subtitles need to be part of the complex filter. So you can probably get away with one PDF that includes further study and an additional resources section. Yeah, I would think so, right? I think that's probably fair. It can be all in one sheet. Further study is where we ask OpenAI to expand to a more detailed lesson generated from the lesson content and create additional resources from lesson content. So like like an actual spread, like a PDF document that basically writes down everything, like more lecture course details. Let's see. So what does it say? Yep. Here, you can't use a simple filter on a stream that already contains a complex filter graph. Put the subtitles section inside your filter complex. Ready to run one-liners using your paths timings. Yeah, so either we dump in VTMP subtitles at the end. So that is an option. And that's just semicolon broken. Just after that, or I don't like that because then it has to be variable. Then append, or yeah, build the filter graphs with the last overlay outputs VTMP, then append VTMP if adding subs or supply V out. Filtering the pieces for n8n. Conditional tail. Passes the video, names it V out. Any no-op filter would do this. This keeps the syntax valid. Yeah, okay, so it just goes to VTMP and then just goes to our... Okay. Well, format equals RGBA, so like, what happens with that, though? Full command template would be... just ends with VTMP. Format V out, otherwise it adds SRT soft subtitles option track not burned in. If you don't want to burn them in, skip filters entirely and add the SRT as a separate input. Oh, yeah, duh. That would make it a lot easier. Let's do that. Yeah, so it's kind of back to what we were talking about, but yes, we want the PDF to allow a student to delve deeper into the concept of the lesson, so we can ask OpenAI to expand on the concept of the lesson for the PDF. Got it. So, okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, then that would take like another loop because that's a lot more stuff to generate. Okay. So I'm going to change this then. We're not going to do this guy. We're going to skip this entirely. So that'll create the command, and so we'll generate the video, and then we'll just tack on at the end if it needs to be burnt in. So I was kind of heading down the right path in the first place. So this is yeah, I was trying to think if we need to write file or anything like that. I don't think so. I think cool. So this gives us a command. Gotten rid of the subtitling. This should give us the command. So then this should give us a video. I don't know if that's, I mean, I guess that works. Didn't realize I was processing that correctly. But I think I did that wrong, but whatever. But this will generate a video, and I think it generates the video in the shared folder automatically, just because that's the way I had it set up. Okay, no errors. Did it work? Let's see, MP4. That's from today. Where did the subtitles come from? I don't think it should have them. I wonder if VLC remembered them and it just pulled in the SRT file again, because they should not be burnt in, right? Windows Media Player, sure. Yeah, okay. I think VLC held on to the file. Okay, cool. Then we're good there. So then after that, we're gonna say if use subtitles equals yes, then we're going to run another command. So we're going to say this guy calling ffmpeg with a new command. Actually, going to create a command for it first. Set edit JSON. Hang on. So execute. Yes, please. Now, whoops. Essentially, this guy is what I want. Oops. Expression. So this is the audio or the video file. So instead of that, it almost makes sense to make those variables, probably set all those variables beforehand. So how did I do that? So I grabbed, just gonna do that. Input is that. And that is the right file here, VTT, this guy. And then we will call it dash subs. So that'll take the video file, burn in the subtitles, and create the subs file. Item 0 contains invalid JSON. I bet it does. So what's up with that? Oh, duh, yeah. This is definitely invalid JSON. That would be an issue. So we're gonna say command equals how does it do that? It needs to be escaped. still invalid. Here. Oh my god. Can you help validate this? I missed a something somewhere. Still not valid. That's better. Okay. Now we can call this guy with our command. Oh, sure. Like that work? No such file or input directory. Okay, we're getting there. Dash y slash shared mastering database lesson 1 MP4 shared mastering database triggers lesson 1 SRT. That should work. Mastering database triggers dash lesson 1 MP4 and shared. Oh, it's double slash. For the lesson SRT. That guy. There we go. Oh, slash shared. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Don't need slash shared here. Better. That looks better. Now that I believe probably was pretty quick. Wait. Yep. There we go. So nothing happened. Wait, what was the command I ran earlier? This is what I want. You convert this to use this command instead. We went full burn in. And you brought back the extra shared that I did not need. So get rid of that. That seems better. So it still has to run through the entire video and put the subtitles in there, so it should take a minute. Or, well, not a minute. I mean, the video is 3 minutes, but it won't take it 3 minutes to go through the whole thing. There we go. That's what it seems to be, about a second per 10 seconds. So there we go. 12:30. Hey, we're back. We're back. Oh, weird. Only. All right, cool. You got it, Craig. Download video file with subtitles from Google Drive. You got it. I believe this is a shared folder, so here is subtitle video. Exactly, right? We're always nearly finished, nearly done. Just a bunch of work to go, but nearly done. But we have pretty good optionality there with subtitles, so we're getting there. Pretty cool. All right. Well, that was a good session. Of course, it always takes longer. I mean, I guess we got sidetracked. We were talking about GPT and stuff, but keep a copy of where we are. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was good. We talked about GPT stuff or OpenAI stuff. OpenAI had a bunch of stuff drop yesterday, so that was really cool. Yeah, no, for sure. This definitely will be a nice like walkthrough for Skool and everything. So we're getting there. Be a nice. I don't know. Yeah, at some point I wanted to put like a I don't know. I have to do like a supercut of all the stream content together. Like here's the entire thing if you want to watch the entire thing being built for hours and hours. I mean, it's getting up there. It's getting to like I don't even know. It's been weeks now, so it's like 30 plus hours of if it was just building the system itself. But if I went through and found like all the video of only building, it'd be pretty crazy. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly right. Gotta have different versions, but pretty crazy though. Pretty cool. Full version for paid Skool. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, pretty crazy. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for today. Yeah, I guess like you said, we'll do probably PDF tomorrow. See what we can get started with on that. Hopefully not too bad. But yeah, not bad at all. This is already outputting the video, so not much we need to worry about there. So we have to figure out like how this all connects together, but pretty cool. Sounds good. About 12:30 tomorrow. Okay, yeah, see what we can do. Okie doke. Well, thanks, guys. I was gonna say who else. I know Isaac was in here for a minute, so I appreciate that, man. Thanks for stopping by. Jazz, thanks. I'm probably asleep. At least you should be asleep by now. So hopefully you're asleep by now. Molson, thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate it. And oh yeah, link for Drive. Yeah, I gotcha. It's still the same folder, I think, that I've shared. Although maybe I didn't share the actual video, but I will link the video. There we go. This guy. Copy link. Here's our generated course complete with subtitles. But I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. It was a good one. See ya. Thanks, Greg.